Yo, what's going on, everyone? I'm back with another artist highlight. I posted one on yesterday on Marlon Craft, which I was excited about because I don't feel like enough people are talking about Marlon Craft. And that's the reason I decided I'm going to keep doing these artist highlights on people I don't think get a fair coverage in the mainstream media world. And I think that have been putting out awesome stuff for years now that deserve it. And today I'm here to talk about Nick Grant. And there's a couple reasons I chose to do Nick Grant right now, and I wasn't sure when I was going to do it, but with everything that's been going on over the last couple of days online, it seems like now would be an appropriate time to do it. So before I get to what I'm talking about there, or where I'm alluding to there, I want to give a little bit of a backstory on Nick Grant. He was born in '89. He's a 36-year-old rapper out of South Carolina. He has been operating out of Atlanta for quite a while now, since the beginning of his rap career kind of taken off. The way I found out about him was I'm a big fan of Ebro in the Morning on Hot 97. And around like 2016 or 17, I want to say, they had him up there for an interview. And I liked the things he had to say, and I liked what he was about. So, I paid attention a little bit. I wasn't like all the way in yet because I hadn't heard much music yet. But then he started doing all the things that I love and the things that I respect in hip hop. He did several freestyles up on Sway and did the Five Fingers of Death stuff and all of those things, which is like stuff that I enjoy. Like I like when they go and prove themselves on the different flexes. He did Flex as well, and on LA Leakers up at Power 106. And I like that because that's how I get to know an artist and what they're really about. And I think when he started doing those freestyles, what impressed me the most about him, other than the cool kind of flow patterns that he had, like he was very sure of himself, very confident, and I like that. But the references that he would make in his music, he was referencing a lot of like old school shit. Like he referenced Diana Ross songs and like different hip hop stuff that I loved, and different things that just let me know as a listener that this dude is a student of music. Like he really loves this shit. Like you can tell he's done his homework. He studied the greats before him, both in hip hop and outside of hip hop, which I think is important for you to have growth as an artist. You got to be able to, know where all these sounds are coming from that, that birthed what we love as hip hop. And so I think that was pretty dope that he would always continue to do that kind of stuff in his rhyming. And then, he dropped Return of the Cool in 2017. That's his first project. And I'm such a fan of that thing. That like right from the rip, I was like, yeah, this is a kind of artist I want to hear. The stuff that he was talking about, like Drug Lord Couture on there, that's a really dope song. The sing-along is really cool because it's kind of calling out the state of hip hop and how everyone's trying to make these radio-friendly, pop-friendly records. And none of it's really like giving us anything like that we can hold on to or like, carry with us as a message or, I don't know. I just appreciate artists that dig a little deeper like he does. And from the Return of the Cool on, it was out for me. But he did have a project before that, but that one wasn't on my radar yet. He had a mixtape out in 2016 called 88. Kind of got the things rolling for him. Currently, to date, he has 4 projects past that mixtape out. Return of the Cool, like I just said, Dreaming Out Loud, Welcome to Loveland, and Sunday Dinner. And I think all 4 of those projects have been outstanding. They've all been vastly different. And Welcome to Loveland was almost on some like Andre 3000 Love Below type shit. It was definitely like his R&B influenced hip hop Sonics jam on that, if you will. And speaking of that, the Love Below, he's gotten a cosign out of Andre 3000 too. He ended up meeting him in a studio somewhere where Andre told him that he was one of his favorite rappers, and if they were ever to do something, Andre would have to like brush up on his game. And Nick described that as like blowing his mind basically, and I think that's insane. And he's also gotten praise from Nas before, which I think is dope. He's got, aside from those projects that I mentioned, he has some dope EPs too. He's got this one produced by Tay Beast that's amazing. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Nick Grant's. And the reason that I chose to do it right now is because of the announcement that he made yesterday, or it's kind of been rolling out a little bit. This is the start of his album rollout that he did on Twitter. I haven't been on Instagram in a long time, so I've just seen what he's put on Twitter. So I'm thinking it might just be there. But he kind of started, teasing this I took it personal. So he like walks up to the screen and paints, I took it personal across there. and I wasn't sure if that was going to be a song or the album or what have you. But then he posted a couple snippets of him rapping, and I loved what he was saying in these raps. He was talking about, you know, read your contracts and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, I could already tell this is going to be a gritty rapping album out of Nick. I can just tell. I just feel it. And it's pretty cool because I think I might have gotten the official confirmation that it's an album, because Nick and I follow each other on Twitter, and he retweeted me today because he dropped a little snippet of it, and I wrote in the comment section, this is officially the album I'm most excited for right now in 2025 out of hip hop. And he retweeted that saying, you won't be disappointed, and then put I took it personally, put ITIP. So I'm guessing that that's the name of the album. I'm thinking that that's what it is. And man, I'm so excited about this. I don't understand why he doesn't get talked about more in mainstream media circles, quite honestly, because he's got it all. Like, he's really got the style, he's got the bars, he's got the storytelling, and he's like a rapper's rapper. So let me see if there's anything else I didn't mention about him. Originally, when he signed in 2014 to Grand Hustle, which is T.I.'s label, which is a subsidiary of Atlantic Records. And I guess, like, more personal to my story with him, one little cool thing that I'll leave you guys with is, so if you're not from the Detroit area, we have a free jazz festival every summer, Detroit Jazzfest. That's one of the best jazz festivals in the country every year, and it's completely free to the public and always has been, which is always impressive because they get these amazing lineups every year. And so one of the years recently, I want to say 2 years ago, Kareem Riggins was the artist at residence at one of the stages. And if you're unfamiliar with Kareem Riggins is a jazz drummer, but he also produces in hip hop. You know, he's produced for some of the biggest heavy hitters in music. He's done work with Paul McCartney. He's done work with Kanye West, Denzel Curry, Earl Sweatshirt, Nora Jones. Like, he's all over the place. Common is like one of his best friends. He came up with Common and Jay Dilla here in Detroit. But anyhow, so he had the residency, and he got to bring along some special guests. And one of the days that me and my girlfriend went for was when he brought Nick Grant and BJ the Chicago Kid out. That was super dope because they have music together from Nick's first album. They got a song called Gotta Be More, and it was so dope to see them do that. It was also really special for me because Nick performed the song called Lincoln Apartments, and I think Lincoln Apartments is one of the greatest rap songs ever written. It's like about the duality and juxtaposition between love and hate, and I just think that that's like such a well-crafted rap song. And to be able to see him perform it in the city that I love the most, with Kareem Riggins backing him on drums, it was awesome. It was really cool, and I'm gonna continue to support him any way, shape, or form that I can. I think that he is going to be a problem. At one point, I thought he was going to be a TDE artist because he started moving around with Punch from TDE, and they started doing some work together. And so I was always kind of curious what that relationship was about and if there was more there. So I don't know, maybe Nick could answer that question one time if I ever sit down with him or something. That'd be pretty dope. But anyways, that's what I got for you today. Here's that Kareem Riggins, by the way. If you're unfamiliar with him, you should go get yourself familiarized with him because he's a phenomenal artist. Yeah, that's what I got for you. Peace.